My name is Maharaj Mukherjee, and I have been in the AI area for a very long time, like right from my PhD when it was not so cool to work in AI. And so I have been following that for a very long time in many areas: image processing, computer vision, and latest like Gen AI and agentic. So, okay. Okay, yeah, so that's a great question. First of all, I'm just giving my personal view. I'm not representing my employer or anyone else. So there are some companies who are just jumping on the bandwagon, like like the big tech companies like Google, Meta, Tesla, etc., etc. They are just trying to get the new Gen AI, like, so that they don't lose out. There are some companies which are more regulated and perhaps more answerable to the customers, like for example pharma industries, financial industries. They are kind of taking a more wait and see approach and more cautious approach. So in some way it's a kind of to answer your question, it's a mixed bag. And there are a couple of things I just want to tell you, that getting into a Gen AI it's very expensive, like not other than big companies. Like for example, even if you spend all the money, getting all the GPU hardware you need is difficult, because there is only one company, TSMC, who is making all this, and they are booked for like 5 years. And getting the good data scientists, it's not just the hardware, getting the good data scientists who can use the hardware is also very difficult. So it's kind of a I don't know. I don't think I gave you a clear answer, but it's a kind of a balancing act for everybody. Okay, so most people, there are, when people think about, I'm mainly talking about, start talking about Gen AI because that's what people are talking about. When people think about Gen AI, people mainly think about large language model, because the ChatGPT is how it became very popular. But Gen AI is much, much, much more than just large language model or a chatbot, right? Because some companies, again, I kind of try to divide into two groups. Many companies try to sell it like, okay, you can use it like this, and companies who do not have good understanding of Gen AI, they are trying to say, okay, I'm going to use the LLM models in my my workflow somewhere, and thinking that's so there may not be as many use cases in some companies, because many companies who are like sitting on like a mountain of data, which are structured data, and to them, like trying to adapt to LLM is possibly not the best thing to do. They should possibly try to build their own use cases. So I think that kind of understanding is possibly, or finding the good use cases is possibly one of the bottlenecks. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, actually, I work in New York. I've been working in New York for 6-7 years, and I came here to possibly meet people from New York area. But I met people, a lot of people from California. I met a gentleman from Peru, and it's across the board, and all the leaders kind of thinking about the same things, same problems. So that's a kind of a good, I got some insight into, well, it's not a problem which is kind of siloed in where I work, but it's across the board. People are kind of trying to. So that is possibly my greatest takeaway. Okay.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Thank you. Okay. I hope I said something that makes sense.